They are magical and physical echoes of the Tower, Adamantia, and the first spike of unassailable reality in the dawn, otherwise called the Zero Stone. The powers at Adamantia were able to determine through this stone the spread of creation. The towers are a series of natural and artificial structures on Mundus built by both the Aedra and Mer that hold power over the world, although the precise extent of that power is unclear. The origin is the Adamantine Tower in High Rock, with the other towers attempting to imitate its metaphysical properties. It is believed by some that their existence ensures Mundus remains stabilized and prevents it from dissolving back into oblivion. Each tower bears a stone that serves as its heart and allows it to channel creatia from oblivion, which in turn may allow the tower to shape creation around itself. The origins of the first tower, the Adamantine Tower, are uncertain, but according to Elven religion, it was created when the Aedra gathered to decide Lorkhan's punishment for his involvement in the creation of Mundus. Akatosh's vessel planted itself into Nirn and became the Adamantine Tower, and it was on this first tower that the convention took place. Immediately following Lorkhan's heart being torn from his body, it was flung across the sea, creating Red Mountain, where it landed. Immediately afterwards, creation stabilized, possibly due to the landing of the heart which created the Red Tower. The remaining towers were created by various Mer throughout the Merethic era, either in imitation of the Adamantine Tower, or as an expression of the Mer's own desires for creation and self-definition. Each tower bears a focusing stone that provides it with stability and power, which is used to harvest raw energy from Aetherius to help the tower reshape the landscape around it. To change the nature of this stone will change the nature of the tower and the land around it. Control of a tower itself may also allow this type of control over the land as well. It has been suggested that when a tower stone is destroyed or altered, that tower ceases to function, although there is little direct evidence of this. But that doesn't mean that many, especially among the Mer, don't believe it. Some of the Elnofe managed to create a stabilized realm in the destabilized Nirn, where they could live like they lived when they were godlike. However, there were still Elnofe who wandered the world, hardened and tempered by the harsh world. The wandering Elnofe found the hidden land of the old Elnofe and expected to be warmly welcomed by their kin. They were not, and a war broke out. In the end, and because of this, the entire world was reshaped. Mer generally believed themselves to be direct descendants of the Aedra, having been tricked by Lorkhan into giving up their immortality to create the world. Their opinions on their mortality differ from race to race, but none, save for the Dunmer, consider it a gift in the way humans do. Rather, opinions range from lamenting the loss of their birthright to enduring the suffering as a test of character, such as it is for the Dunmer. The first Mer came from the continent of Aldamaris, arriving on Tamriel from the southwest during the Middle Merethic era. Though all modern-day Mer descend from a single proto-race, they have diversified significantly in the thousands of years since the Mythic era into various Mer races. In general, however, the Altmer of today see themselves as the direct or most pure ancestors of the Aldmer, and the Aldmer the direct ancestors of the old Elnofe. Alright, so I'm here to face Mankar Cameron. Apparently these are his children. That's him. I've seen him before, briefly. I have a lot of shock damage. But I have silence. I'm sure he will cast spells. But don't I have something that paralyzes and damages health?
I have waited a long time for you, champion of old Tamriel. You were the last gasp of a dying age. You breathed the stale air of false hope. How little you understand. You cannot stop Lord Dagon. The walls between our worlds are crumbling. The mythic dawn grows nearer with every rift in the firmament. Soon, very soon, the lines now blurred will be erased. Tamriel and Oblivion rejoined. the mythic age reborn. Lord Dagon shall walk Tamriel again. The world shall be remade. The new age shall rise from the ashes of the old.
No, we can't have that now, can we?
My vision shall be realized. Weakness will be purged from the world, and mortal and immortal alike purified in the refiner's fire. My long duel with the Septims is over, and I have the mastery. The Emperor is dead. The Amulet of Kings is mine. And the last defender of the last ragged Septim stands before me, in the heart of my power. Let us see who at last has proved the stronger.
I found Makar Cameron in his palace of Karak Galiar. Now I must kill him and take the Amulet of Kings back to Tamriel.
Father will never be beaten by the likes of you.
You are as good as dead.
I can't tell who's who. I know this is a bad one.
Do your worst.
Oops. Sorry. Stop fighting him, Wolfgang. You're making it even more confusing.
Leave him alone.
Strength against
Die.
strength against strength.
Greater Staff of Storms. It's your turn now.
Come on.
I have a potion for you.
Paying for the amulet? Take it then.
Gotcha! What did he say? Take it then? Did you just throw the amulet at me? No?
You fall down and bleed.
Oh, it's silenced.
As good as dead.
Not good, but I have potions.
Father will never be beaten by the likes of you.
He's been poisoned several times over. Got to take that. There. I can cast spells again. Grab it. Grab it. Amulet of Kings. Oh. Look at this robe. His staff and his robe. Well, I take it this is like grabbing a sigil stone in Oblivion. Plane. We're going to be thrust out of it soon. I killed Makar Cameron. Upon his death, the paradise he had created dissolved around me, and I found myself back in Cloud Ruler Temple with the Amulet of Kings in my hand. I must give the amulet to Martin.
Greetings.
Oh.
You found a way back. Does this mean...
Does it mean... It means Makar Cameron is dead.
You did it. You defeated him. Then you have it. You have the Amulet of Kings.
Here, the amulet belongs to you.
Belongs to me. The Amulet of Kings. So you and Joffrey have said. If it is true, if the Emperor really was my father, then I should be able to wear it.
Yes.
Only those of the Septim blood can wear the Amulet of Kings.
Put on the amulet, Your Majesty.
Yes, of course. What am I waiting for? After all, this is my destiny. And no man can deny his destiny.
Most assuredly. It works. It slipped off me, I couldn't even put it on. You see, you are Uriel's son.
I didn't really need the amulet to tell me that. I've known it was true since you first told me back in Kavach. But it is one thing to talk of becoming Emperor, and quite another to actually be the Emperor.
You are the Emperor. You are Martin Septim, Emperor of Tamriel.
Not yet. Until we light the dragon fires, the gates are open, and Mehrunes Dagon's invasion continues.
Well,
While you were gone, I sent a messenger to Chancellor Akato. He waits for us in the Imperial City.
Why me Tokato?
Chancellor Akato is the head of the Elder Council. The Council rules in the Emperor's absence. I don't expect any objections from the Elder Council, but we should defer to their authority. Let's go to the Imperial City at once, before the enemy can recover from Manka Cameron's death.
I agree. Everybody must go. This is the most important thing that has happened in my life, and it could be the most important thing that's ever happened in the history of Tamriel. If we fail, the consequences will be beyond dire.
Congratulations on your victory, sir.
Thank you. Emperor, Your Majesty, let's go. All of Cloud Ruler Temple should empty for this. Do you not have a horse? Is it just going to be us? Well, maybe they want the appearance that he's still here. Well, on the other hand, they're going to be... I mean, their leadership has been decapitated, so they don't have... Yeah, unless they have any agents in place around, we should be okay. So we must do this quickly. Okay, as for those... The ambrosia stayed with me. Good. Alright, I'll have to show this to the, those of the Arcane University. You know what? I'm gonna go on foot. I shouldn't be elevated above the Emperor. Let's go,
How
Martin.
are you today?
We should go to the Imperial City at once. Lead on.
I need to speak to you.
Of course.
So, about the Oblivion Gate.
Against all hope, you returned from Cameron's paradise with the Amulet of Kings. We now have a chance to turn back Dagon's invasion. I must go to the Temple of the One and perform the ceremony to relight the dragon fires. But we must hurry. The barriers between our world and Oblivion weaken with every gate that is opened. If Mehrunes Dagon is able to cross over into our world, even relighting the dragon fires will not be able to send him back.
Right.
Farewell, my friend.
That wouldn't be good, would it? Vilja, keep up. This is probably the most... Why is she going so slow? Okay, here she goes. Here we are in the Imperial City again. No one knows who Emperor Martin is. Not yet.
Can you spare a coin?
Bethany. I guess we go into the palace. He said he wants to speak to Chancellor Okado. Flowers.
Good to see you again. I told Martin that Mankar Cameron was no match for you. I'm glad it was you that put them down. My only regret is that I wasn't there with you.
Yeah. Mythic Dawn is hopefully dead.
Keep your heart true and your eyes open.
Majesty, come.
Let's continue on to the Elder Council chambers. Delay is dangerous.
Follow me.
Lead on, my friend.
Palace guard.
Chancellor Okado is expecting you. Proceed.
The Blades must have contacted them.
Remember, trespassing in the Imperial Palace.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Everybody's
Imperial
assembled.
Palace.
Yeah, the Emperor?
Remember, trespassing
Come,
in
Martin.
the Imperial Palace is a
Your
serious
Majesty,
crime.
let's go.
Do not venture beyond the first.
There we are. We've arrived in the Elder Council chamber. I must formally present Martin's claim to Chancellor Okado, the head of the Elder Council. Is this not him?
I've been expecting you. The full council has already considered the matter of Martin's claim to the imperial throne in detail. Martin Septim, on behalf of the Elder Council, I accept your claim to the imperial throne.
Chancellor Okado!
We should arrange...
Chancellor Okado, the city is under attack.
What?
Oblivion gates have opened and Daedra are inside the walls.
By the gods.
The guard is overwhelmed.
Courage, soldier. We have an emperor again. Your Highness, what are your orders? Shall the guard fall back to the palace?
No. If we let ourselves get besieged in the palace, we're doomed. We must get to the Temple of the One immediately.
As you command, sire. Guards, form up and protect the emperor. To the Temple of the One.
The Imperial City is under attack. Oblivion gates have opened all over the city and Daedra are pouring out. I must escort Martin safely to the Temple of the One, where he can light the dragonfires, close the Oblivion gates, and save the city.
You think you can beat me?
Already?
Go ahead! You leave my friends alone, you bastard!
Okay, the only thing that matters is Martin survives. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Come on. Your Majesty. The Daedra seem to come out of nowhere.
I'm not afraid of you.
Zivilai. Sorry, Martin. To keep him alive at all costs.
The palace is collapsing. We were the last to make it through the Legion compound. My men and I are at your disposal. What are your orders?
I need to get to the Temple of the One. It's our only chance to stop Mehrunes Dagon.
Yes, sir. Let's move out!
Vilja, I bet you that's your arrow on the side of the blades. More Daedra. Mehrunes Dagon is here. The barriers between Oblivion and Tamriel have been destroyed. Our only hope now is to somehow defeat Mehrunes Dagon and cast him back into Oblivion. Perhaps Martin will know what to do. What? Die! He's here in the flesh.
We're too late. Mehrunes Dagon is here. Lighting the dragon fires will no longer save us. The barriers that protected us from Oblivion are gone.
Can we cast him back into Oblivion?
I don't see how. Mortal weapons may hurt him, but now that he is physically here in Tamriel, they have no power to actually destroy him.
What about the Amulet of Kings?
Wait, yes. The amulet was given to mortals by Akatosh. It contains his divine power. But how to use this power against Dagon? The amulet was not intended as a weapon. I have an idea, one last hope. I must reach the dragonfires and the Temple of the One.
But you said it was of no use.
You'll just have to trust me. I know now what I was born to do, but I'll need your help. I have to get past Mehrunes Dagon somehow.
I'll get you to the temple.
Then I'll do the rest. Lead on, my friend.
Follow me.
I'm with you.
Just leave the Emperor alone. Hey, come on. Martin, come. Well, I don't think I'm going to stand a chance against something that big. Must get past him. We made it. Martin and I are inside the Temple of the One. I must get Martin to the Dragonfires or all hope is lost. What do you need to do, Your Majesty?
I do what I must do. I cannot stay to rebuild Tamriel. That task falls to others. Farewell. You've been a good friend in the short time that I've known you. But now I must go. The dragon waits.
May the gods protect you and guide you. Whoa! If he doesn't do something now, then all hope is lost. Whoa. Is it Akatosh? Wow. It's gone. Mehrunes Dagon has been defeated. And Martin?
The amulet is shattered. Dagon is defeated. With the dragon's blood and the Amulet of Kings, we have sealed the gates of Oblivion. Forever. The last of the Septims passes now into history. I go gladly, for I know my sacrifice is not in vain. I take my place with my father and my father's fathers. The Third Age has ended, and a new age dawns. When the next Elder Scroll is written, you shall be its scribe. The shape of the future, the fate of the Empire. These things now belong to you.
Oh.
What happened? Where's Martin? I must congratulate him. Mehrunes Dagon is defeated. Cast back into Oblivion. We've won!
I fear Martin is gone.
What do you mean, gone? We saw the temple dome explode. The avatar of Akatosh appear. That was Martin?
Yes, he shattered the amulet.
The joined blood of kings and gods. The Amulet of Kings. The divine power of Akatosh.
And Martin's blood, too.
Then Martin is gone.
But the gates are sealed.
Yes, sealed forever. Mehrunes Dagon and his ilk can never threaten Tamriel again. Martin is dead, but he died an emperor and a hero to rival Emperor Septim.
What about the Empire?
This victory is not without cost. We've lost Martin Septim. What an emperor he might have made. His sacrifice was necessary, but it leaves the Empire without an emperor. I don't know what happens now. There are troubled times ahead for the Empire. But now is not the time to worry about the future. Let's just give thanks that we're alive!
I suppose so. What about Emperor Martin?
I know he's gone. As the Chancellor of the Elder Council, my concern now is how to choose his successor.
But there's no more family left. Who would you choose? I guess from one of the other noble houses? What will the Elder Council do now?
We are now the stewards of the Empire. We can hold the Empire together in the short term. But to be honest, I don't know what will happen. The provinces have been restive for years, even before the latest crisis. With no legitimate claimant for the Dragon Throne, troubled times lie ahead.
I would think so. Even without Mehrunes Dagon poking his head in here through his gates. The fallout's gonna be... I don't know, I fear for the Empire. I am the champion of Cyrodiil, it would seem.
In my capacity as Lord High Chancellor of the Elder Council, I hereby proclaim you Champion of Cyrodiil. And, as a small token of gratitude for your service to the Empire, I have ordered a suit of Imperial Dragon armor made for you.
What about this Imperial Dragon armor?
Imperial Dragon armor is normally worn only by the Emperor himself, but you deserve no less, champion.
Okay, then. So, what does it mean to be the champion of Cyrodiil?
You have earned the highest rank possible in the Order of the Dragon, the illustrious Order of Imperial Knights, founded by Emperor Septim himself. It is a high honor. Only 6 other champions have been awarded in the history of the Empire.
Okay, then. Goodbye.
The dragon will stand forever as a memorial to what you and Martin did for all of Tamriel.
Bit of a fitting place for it. I guess I'll have to build up... Glad you two are still with me. I guess I'll have to build up something around it, a temple. The roof has been taken off, this one. And this is much... The statue is much taller than the temple was, I believe, so... Yes. I guess the Imperial City has a new major landmark, other than the tower. Wow. What do I do now? That's all I've been focused on these last months. Is stopping Mehrunes Dagon. He's finally defeated. Mythic Dawn is defeated, and so is Mehrunes Dagon. And the Oblivion gates are closed.
Hi there.
Okay, well...
Talk later.
It's actually quite an impressive statue. I just hope it lasts and doesn't break apart with the weather. Or the wind. Those great big wings could be caught by the wind and break. But maybe it's made of things so strong, just like the white gold tower. Adamantine Tower is where I'm from, High Rock. Wow. What do I do now? Maybe we'll try to find those ginkgo leaves for you. And I suppose I have guild work to do. I still have to kill Hieronymus Lex. But yeah. Let's go look for ginkgo leaves. The Oblivion invasion is finally over. Mehrunes Dagon and his lackeys, the Mythic Dawn led by Mankar Camoran, have been defeated. With the using up of the Amulet of Kings and its destruction, and the death of the last of the Septim dynasty, I believe this means that the gates to Oblivion are blocked for good. What makes me think this is that the gods are watching over us. Yes, the gods, as painful as that would have been for me to say a year ago, and all the Oblivion gates have been closed. With the last of the dragon blood and the Amulet of Kings gone, I just find it difficult to believe that the gods, or the divines as we call them, would leave us open to any more Daedric Prince invasion. So now we don't need an emperor with the blood of dragons, along with the Amulet of Kings to keep the gates to Oblivion sealed. It is sealed permanently. I am still coming to grips that Emperor Martin Septim is dead. I've had all my hopes pinned on him these last months, and to think that the Septim dynasty gone forever now is... well, it's rather shocking. I've known nothing else but the Septims ruling Tamriel. You would think that he would have done his best to impregnate as many women as he could, or got married and did his best to have children in his last months since Kvatch, where I found him. I know that is what I would have been doing. Yes, because of his lineage, the Septims with their dragon blood. Well, mostly. He was the man to be the emperor, after all. Someone in his position could have more women than he could possibly handle, no doubt. So my job is done now. The Oblivion gates are closed. The urgency to save our world is over. I don't know if I should sleep for a week or just retire on my nearly 200,000 septims that I have accrued since leaving the prison. I was there from the beginning, where Emperor Uriel Septim VII was murdered right next to me, and I was there at the end where Emperor Martin Septim sacrificed himself right next to me. I could even write a very popular book right now, I have no doubt. I am still concerned where things in Tamriel will go from here. There will be repercussions from the Oblivion invasion, as well as the fact that the Septim dynasty is over with. They will have to find someone from outside the Septim bloodline. How well this will be accepted, I cannot say. I do know that since Chancellor Okado ordered the Imperial legions to return home since the invasion began, which left the other provinces weakened, that was a very bad decision if you ask me. It is if you want to keep the Empire together when the dust settles. But I'm not ready to retire my coin and live peacefully in my home in Coral. I still have a lot of things that I can still do, though this time my pace won't be so urgent. But in truth, when Mankar Camoran left Mundus for his own Oblivion plane, I did relent on trying to bring him and his Mythic Dawn cult down. There was no urgency because he was trapped there with no way home to direct the invasion, because we had the book Mysterium Xarxes. But there was always the fear that the invasion could worsen without him. Evidently, Mehrunes Dagon had spies in the Imperial City watching for Martin, because he decided to attack the city directly. No doubt I would have died if I attempted to actually battle Mehrunes Dagon myself. Anything that large would easily just step on me. So I have 4 different groups, 3 of them guilds to still work for. If there was anything urgent or important to do among them, I would think it would be for the Mages Guild to deal with the Necromancer threat. But for me, the most important would be to meet with the head of the Thieves Guild, the Grey Fox. There is still the matter of what happened with my sister Bethany and the Thieves Guild and this Grey Fox, though I hold no enmity against him, but I would like to meet him and see just how real this person actually is. This Grey Fox did cost the life of my sister, after all. And there is still Hieronymus Lex to deal with. I will have to stalk him and find a good spot to remove his stain from Nirn down in Anvil. I am also still looking for these ingredients for Vilja's sister. It's something I fear will never end at the rate it's going. But now I have 6 out of 10 ginkgo leaves for her, so eventually I will get the rest. As for Fergus, when we went into the large Oblivion Gate in search of the large sigil stone, he lost nearly all of his equipment to battle and now requires practically an entire new set. This is why he didn't come along with me, because, well, we just had nothing he can use and I didn't want him to die, or be useless helping us. I cannot decide which. They don't sell Daedric items in the stores, so this might be a little bit difficult. We might have to stick with Ebony. However, where I go next, I think I will start in Shadenhall to finally go and meet this Dark Brotherhood and see what they have to say. I did kill their target, the one that was a test of my loyalty. Oh, and I cannot forget that I am the Arena Grand Champion. I suppose I can return there one day as well. So much to do still. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.